Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope that everyone is healthy and well and doing well and social distancing and washing our hands and all the things and positivity that I can send you. I am sending you right here from New York. That was Baxter and Miss Kitten and my demon child Pepper Cat and of course Little Nugget, who is sleeping between my tripod and my light, which she used to fit completely. Now she's got it kind of squeezed between the two, so it is quite interesting. But I do truly hope that you're all well, and I want you to know that I think about you every day. So I have been blessed to be put on the Good Molecules PR list. I have been on it for a little while, and they just... Stop it, Nugget, don't shake the camera. They graciously just send me products whenever something new comes out. So I do have a whole box of products. And I have a whole booklet of research that I have done on the ingredients. I recently received one more brand new product which I did not have time to research because it just came, but I wanted to include it in this video because it is part of the collection. Of course, I will give you more information as I do the research on it. Good Molecules is owned by the company Beautylish. Beautylish is an online store, not unlike Sephora, not unlike Ulta. They run the gamut as far as the products that they carry. They carry Jeffree Star, they carry everything you can possibly imagine. They don't have a rewards program like Sephora and Ulta, but I have to tell you, they also put out the Beautylish Lucky Bag every year. But as I was going to say, the way they package things, there's so much attention to detail and care that they put into it that I really enjoy receiving products from them when I do order. They do offer sales, and some of them are even on the Jeffree Star products. They even have sales on his products right now. So if you haven't checked out Beautylish before, just go on and take a look. We're window shopping right now, so I think it's really fun to just explore what new sites have and new products. But as I said, all of the products I'm showing you, I have received in PR. I was not sent them for review. I did not have to show them, and I'm not being paid to talk about them. But I've done a lot of research into the products. I've used a lot of them, and some of them I've used all the way up. So I wanted to talk about them. Good Molecules is a new brand that just came out last year. We first received samples of them in our Lucky Bags. That's how they introduced the brand. And at first I was on the fence. It was a very inexpensive brand, not unlike The Ordinary and Revolution. They're all trying to compete with each other, and I think the Inky List is probably in there as well. So they're all, I won't say affordable products, but I would say drugstore priced and or as reasonable as we can get based on product prices. So I was skeptical because I hadn't come across very many brands that had actually good ingredients in them at a lower price point. Now, you've also heard me say that just because a product is expensive, it does not mean it has good ingredients either. So there has to be a healthy balance in between. These products do not have fancy, exotic ingredients in them. They have ingredients in them that are tried and true, science-based, most of them, ingredients that are known to work in combination with each other. So here's my whole boatload of products. As I said, some of the boxes are destroyed because I have been using them. So the first product we're going to talk about, obviously put on my glasses because I do have to read my notes, and I'm going to try not to look down significantly so that I can actually speak to you and not just read from a book. But I do obviously have to refer to my notes because I do not have a photographic memory that I can just, spit out information. The Super Peptide Serum. Peptides are wonderful little creatures, not unlike ceramides, that do very nice things for your skin. In this particular product, and as you can see, I am just about down to around here with the bottle. And I can tell you that when I go through some of my other serums, I will be ordering this again because this is a product that I like. Now, one thing I have noticed is that when I stopped using it for a while, because I was trying other things, I noticed certain things starting to come back. Now that could be in combination with the other products because I was using these all together at once during the day. Then I was using certain other products at night. So I want to go into the very interesting things that I've discovered. There are 3 different peptides in here. So what do peptides do? They're basically amino acids that support the collagen production, the elastin in our skin, the firmness in our skin. So because we lack those things as we get older, it helps to increase the production of them. It doesn't have collagen in them, but it's a building block of the collagen production. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying not to get too technical based on what I have done for research. Hi, I had to stop in and forgot to put this in the beginning of my video. I am neither a chemist, a scientist, an esthetician, a doctor. All I have done is do my research. I do have access to lovely chemists at my school, which of course I'm no longer in school at the moment, but you know, they're still reachable by text. Do not take my sole opinion. This is only based on how I feel, on the research that I have done, and the information that I trust using for myself. I always suggest doing your own research, checking with your doctor, checking for allergens and products that you may not be aware of. So I just had to throw in that disclaimer, and now let's get back to the video. So aside from the peptides that are in here, of course there is going to be propandiol, which is basically going to be a solvent that's going to make it less viscous and just a little bit thinner, because you do want a serum to be spreadable. It's what kind of is going to give it that thick but a little bit of a liquidy texture. It is also a penetration enhancer so that the product does not sit solely on top of your skin. Also, butylene glycol, which kind of does the same thing. It makes the product enhance more and thins out the consistency as well. Now see, this absorbed right into my skin. They do suggest letting it sit on your skin for 30 seconds before you go in with another product, but you should really do that with anything as you do your steps in your routine. One of the interesting peptides that I like in here is the acetylhexapeptide 8, which is essentially a gyroline. To me, that's the most active one, and it kind of is supposed to act as a freezing agent for your wrinkles. I don't know if there's enough research to say that it's permanent. It may be built up over time, but that is its intended purpose for being in there. It is suggested not to use this, not this particular product, but that ingredient around your eyes. I don't bring it up into my eyes, but I do bring it around the sides, and I have had no issues. But again, always take the advice of someone who is a professional. What I was going to say before is when I stopped using this, I noticed the difference. The difference was especially in here because I hadn't used this in, I'd say, about a month. And these little guys started to come back, whereas they had been nicely reduced while I was using this. Again, it was in combination with the others, but I do believe this may have played a part into it. This little guy is only $12. Now, as I said, the ingredients are simple. The glycerin, the butylene glycol, peptides, those are your standard ingredients. There's nothing fancy in here. But I think it works, and also where the products are placed in it also has a big impact on how the product's going to work. Now, this one is, I'll just hold up the box as I said they're beat up. This is the discoloration correcting serum. This is supposed to obviously promote an even skin tone. This is actually my second bottle of this. I haven't used too much, well, yeah, I kind of have. It's kind of down to there. Now this is another one that I noticed that it did make a slight difference. I would say as far as fading any of my melasma or age spots or sunspots or whatever you want to call them, this works almost as well as some of my stronger vitamin C serums and vitamin C creams. This is only $12 though. This does have glycerin and niacinamide, which we know niacinamide is excellent for getting rid of acne spots, and it is a good ingredient for acne, but it's not going to dry out your skin as some acne products may. I mean, those products are right up front. Now, this next ingredient was extremely interesting to me, and I hadn't really done that much research into it. It is tranexamic acid. Now, believe it or not, it is technically a medication, or it's put into a form of medication that prevents blood loss, and I found that very interesting. Because to me, can a medication that is taken internally have any type of effect on our skin when we put it on the outside? What it's supposed to do is increase cell production or cell turnover, which is what we want to do when we have those acne scars. We want to shed the skin faster so that we get rid of those scars because they're on the top layers of the skin, and as we shed those cells, the discoloration and the scarring goes away. It did take a while for me to see any benefits of this. I'd say probably about 2 months where I started to say, okay, I start to see it working, which can be frustrating for some people. So in the beginning I was like, I don't know if I like this. But in the end, I will still use it again. It's an affordable, it doesn't have super fancy ingredients except for the tranexamic acid. But it's an affordable product that when you compare it to, say, a $60 Sunday Riley cream, I don't know if you have to go that route. It's a nice basic serum. So the next product that I have is the Niacinamide Brightening Toner. Now obviously it's going to have niacinamide in it, and it is the third ingredient, which means it's high up, which means it's going to have some effectiveness in the product. Now one of the main ingredients in here that is one of the active ingredients is glyceric acid, which essentially is licorice root. Now I go onto a website called ScienceDirect.com. They have a lot of great information because they give some of the uses for some of these products, not only in skincare, but in medicine as well. And one thing that they've noticed that the licorice root, I won't say the proper name again because it's long and it can be hard for me to say. They do use it for atopic dermatitis because it can have anti-inflammatory and some healing properties. So that was actually a double-blind study that was done over 6 weeks to help with the dermatitis in patients, and it did work. So that's how I know that not just taking it internally, but because based on that study that I read, that it can have those effects on the skin. So it can heal your skin, heal dark spots, and help to fade them over time. Again, none of these products are going to be that quick fix for you for getting rid of the problems that you need to get rid of. This product is only $14. I usually use this one in the morning, and I use my glycolic acid toners at night. That's just my particular routine. You can use this morning and night if you choose to do so. So this is the next product, which I haven't used too much, but I did do some research on it. It is, hold on 1 minute. I have nails on, people. I hate them. I cannot wait to take them off. I'm not used to nails and I don't function well with them. So these are like coming off really, really soon. The Ultra Hydrating Facial Oil. I have barely started to use this because I got this separately. It has a yellow coloring. It is non-scented. You want to put this on top of all of your other creams. Remember, this has to go on last because it is occlusive. It's basically sealing everything else that you put onto your skin and creating that basic like cover so that it keeps all those good ingredients in there. It does seep in, but again, before you put your makeup on, you want to let this sit. It has just some very simple oils in it. It does have camellia oil, which is excellent. And the one thing it has is sea buckthorn oil. And what I learned when I was researching, sea buckthorn oil has been used to treat radiation burns. I think it can have some healing properties. It doesn't have any fragrance oils in it, so I like this very much. I just have so many oils at the moment that I'm trying to go through. That's why I really haven't dipped into this one. But for the $10, I think it's awesome. Now this next one I looked into, and I haven't tried too much of it yet, again, because it's new. But look at the little pouch that it came in. I thought it was adorable. This is the Pure Cold Pressed Rosehip Seed Oil. This is 100% Chilean Rosa rubignosa. Doesn't that sound like something from Harry Potter? Like rubignosa. That was just my little humor injected in there. There is a very large difference between rose oil, which is going to be made from the rose petals or rose water, than rose hip oil. Now, when they say the hip, they're talking about the fruits. I didn't know that wild rose bushes produced fruits, and that's what this is taken from. Now, this does not have a rose smell because it's not made from the rose petals. This is a very good ingredient to have not only straight up, but also to have it included in your other products. It has fatty acids, and I said it is a form of vitamin C. The problem with these, and it's not a problem, it just has to be your preferences. All of these things are like the oils, like the singular oils and the singular ingredient serums, you have to layer them because they're just that one particular serum. And if you're okay with layering products, at least you know you're getting the 100% form of that particular ingredient to do what you want it to do. It is very hydrating. It is a little bit thinner than the other oil that I showed you, which is the Ultra Hydrating Facial Oil. So because this one is thinner, if you're going to layer oils, put this one on first and then that one second. That oil is also only $10. Now they did also send me a Clarify and Cleanse bar, which I have not used yet, but I want to give this one a go. Now this does have kaolin, it has grapeseed oil, and it also has cocoa fruit powder, tea tree oil, but it also has glycerin, which is up front, which is going to combat some of the dryness. Just wanted to throw that out there. Those things are going to be very good for clarifying, cleansing your skin, and absorbing any of the oils that might be causing some of the breakouts that you could be having. The priming moisturizer is a silicone-free moisturizer. It's alcohol-free, as basically as everything else that I have come across. There's no denatured alcohol in any of these products. This is $14, and you are getting quite a generous size of it. In total, it is 1.7 ounces. It does come in a nice pump. Some people do not like silicones. They may not like the texture, but also some people may have any allergies or reactions to a silicone product. It is the consistency and the texture of a moisturizer. Again, it does not have any scent. It absorbs into the skin quite well. I would say it has some skincare benefits because it does have shea butter and macadamia oil. I don't know how this would be for oily skin. I wouldn't say it keeps my makeup on any longer, but if you're into just a one-step process, you can use this. I wouldn't use this basically as your only skincare. That's just my personal opinion. It does not have sunscreen either, so you'd want to put your sunscreen on first before you do this as well. And $14, an exceedingly reasonable price. Now this is the newest product that I just received, which I'm kind of excited about, but I haven't had a chance to look into it. It is a pineapple exfoliating powder. So they did send the PR card with it. This gentle exfoliant comes packaged in recyclable glass, and it's $16. High price and tropical getaway not included. So you're supposed to dispense a teaspoon of the powder into your palms and mix with a few drops of water. Massage into your skin, rinse thoroughly. It says you can use up to 4 times a week. This is going to be not unlike the more expensive powders. Okay, it's got a nice dispenser. It has a larger hole, so you just want to be careful when you're pouring it out. So the other exfoliators don't have the betaine, which are the fruit acids, in it. Now I'm just rubbing this on my hand just so you can see. Obviously, you do need water. It doesn't feel like a harsh exfoliant. It feels fairly gentle. So interestingly enough, I'm not going to say the first part of it because I will butcher it like there is no tomorrow. I will put it on the screen. It's rice starch. It is the same ingredient in the Tatcha rice powder. That's the first ingredient. $16, like $65. Do you see that comparison? Same ingredient. It also has silk powder. It's a little lower. Now the pineapple actually is midway down. So is the papain, so is the kiwi fruit extract. The arnigo, which can be healing, is only like 4 or 5 ingredients before the end. But because you're washing it off your face, you're not going to see any of the true benefits from the pineapple, the papain, or the betaine. They're just not on your skin long enough. So don't buy it for that. But if you like the Tatcha, it has the main ingredient in it. So if you like the Tatcha powder, but you don't want to spend that exorbitant amount, then get this. Look at the amount that you get in here for $16 as compared to the Tatcha. I'm not saying every ingredient is the same. I have to research that. But if you're looking for the same basic effect of something that's being washed off your skin, I would suggest this one. Now, I haven't tried all of their products, so I can't say the brand is perfect on the whole. No brand is completely perfect. But if you're looking for some good basic skincare that is going to get the job done, then I think this is a line for you. This whole line of skincare that I have in front of me, under $100. Whereas if I had this many products from another skincare brand, it might be close to $1,000. I like these products. I've changed my mind about these products, I said, because in the beginning I was skeptical, because you want to be skeptical of something that has such a low price point. If you have any questions about anything that I have left out or couldn't go into in full detail, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And remember, this is just from the extensive research. I mean, I go onto, I said, the Scientific Direct page. I go onto some reliable resources that are not selling products. I don't go onto sites that are selling products, because then they're going to hype up the ingredients more than I think that they deserve. And just because this company sent me the products doesn't mean I'm not going to be truthful with you. I think you've learned that from me already, but I just have to reiterate for anyone who is new here. Hello, new people, how are you? But if you are new here and you would like to subscribe to this crazy channel, that would be much appreciated. And I would appreciate either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, because that kind of engagement does help out my channel, and it is much appreciated. And of course, my friends, whatever part of this world you're in on around, remember that I love you, and I hope you're staying safe, healthy, happy, and I hope you have a good day and a good rest of the week. I'm here for you. I'm thinking about all of you. And again, I love you. Take care, guys. Bye. Amount, it is 0.40 floor, 40 floor. It's not an apartment building, people, but it is a bottle. So you're supposed to dispense a teaspoon. Wow, because I would be happy to answer any questions that you.